800 likes, and you may win something. I have never heard of a male babysitter. Honestly, I thought it was a female exclusive job, so they could bring that drunk guy over to have some nice prayer sessions. Nothing adulty. But it turned out that guys can also work as babysitters. Turned out for me. Anyway, pretty boy Tommy, and if you don't know the rules of this channel, that's your problem. And I know this is not the first guy I call pretty. Am I trying to say something? Absolutely not. I'm just speaking out on some facts. So Tommy is babysitting a baby. I also thought he was babysitting a grown man. So while Tutu was messing around the house, maybe touching himself a little bit, he somehow noticed something weird on the baby's monitor. There is a baby sleeping in the house. He almost forgot he was doing a job, but what is even weirder is that there seems to be what looks like a man trying to put a hold on the baby. Maybe Tommy was in fact babysitting a man alongside the child.
So I'm babysitting, right? And it's 10:30 at night now. I've already put the kids in bed, and I hear laughing. I started to get a little mad because this was the third time I told them they needed to be in bed, since they have school in the morning. The thing is, the noises were coming from the baby's room. I thought maybe they woke up to check on their sister. So then I decided to check the baby monitor. Please tell me what's in the top left corner. Hey guys, so I wasn't planning on filming another update, but something happened that I think you should know about. So a few days after the first video, the parents actually called me and told me that something happened to the baby. I decided to go ahead and show them the video. Then this article was posted today at 2. It says, infant abducted from local home with shocking video. It then goes into detail about how officials were called to the Charlotte home at around 6 a.m. Everyone seems to think that that thing in the video was a person, but I can't shake the feeling that something supernatural is going on here. But in any case, I'll keep you updated.
Imagine if this guy was actually behind all of this, like he staged it. And calm down, I'm not saying the forbidden word, I'm not saying it's fake, but if it is, with the article and the baby getting sick, Tommy is screwed. A group of 6 people, 3 ladies and 3 men. I don't want to say what they can do all in one room with a camera, but let's say they can do a football match. And I almost forgot about the 7th member, the camera dude. He is the one putting food on the table after all. He is the one breastfeeding the kids, the one who gets beat up when someone is angry. But let me criticize some other members before I get into it. There is a guy sitting in the corner like a nerd with his notebook. And one of the ladies, hopefully she doesn't identify as a banana. This banana, lady, she is useless. She just sits there and watches, while the rest take all the damage. So what are we talking about here? Is it not obvious? The title says it all. These guys have no respect towards the Ouija board whatsoever. They made it look like snakes and escalators, but I still love playing snakes and escalators. So they started normally, like any Ouija session, rubbing around the board. Some object fell down, not that big of a deal. Then the chandelier swings, still not hot enough. None of the ladies are hot, by the way. They kept rubbing, the door knocks. Who's there? Your mama. So they decided to take it to the next level, put that shit down, and let's hold hands so the guys can take advantage of the ladies. Feel the soft, comfy hand. The pointer piece flips, seems like one of them made a miss in his diaper, the nerd fella. The lights go off, and here you go.
Y bueno, pues vamos a empezar a dar un par de respiraciones profundas, entrando en contacto con nosotros mismos, echando fuera cualquier preocupación, cualquier sensación que el día de hoy hay algún espíritu, alguna identidad que quiera comunicarse con nosotros por medio de esta ouija.
Arre.
Y viene fuera.
Sí, la grabé, de hecho.
Sí. ¿Nos puedes decir tu nombre? ¿Te quieres presentar con nosotros? F. El mensaje es para alguien de esta mesa o alguien presente en esta habitación. No. Es para alguien que habitó.
Perdón.
No te preocupes. Es para alguien que habitó en este lugar. Sí. ¿Qué mensaje? ¿Nos puedes dar el nombre de la persona que quieres contactar? No.
¿Ven?
De E, no.
F, ¿no?
No, F. HF. Ok.
Sí, está muy bien esa madre.
Ok, HF.
HF. D. HFD.
Conozco el H. D.
Escucho algo, ¿no?
Sí, tengo como escuchar.
Ay, no.
Fue una puerta, ¿no?
Sí. Esa que está ahí atrás.
Sí, se escuchó como en esta parte. Sí.
Se movió la lámpara.
Sí, se movió.
¿Puede ser más clara? Ok, vamos a soltarla. Al final esto se mueve con nuestra energía.
Ay, ¿qué está pasando? Ay, ya hasta se están sintiendo como muchos escalofríos.
No.
Y esto no es bueno.
Ok, vamos a soltar la plancheta. No vamos a pegar más esta cosa. Vamos a hacer una oración.
Vamos a hacer una oración.
Ok.
Oye, bien frío.
Mantén la calma. Ok.
Es que no nos soltemos todo va a estar bien.
Ok.
Pedimos a los espíritus que hemos convocado. No se suelten, no se
No
suelten.
sueltes. Vamos a continuar con la oración. Vamos a continuar.
Vamos a continuar con la
Ok.
oración. Pedimos a los... ¿Qué pedo? Pedimos a los espíritus que hemos convocado. Bienvenidos. Y necesitamos que partan de esta dimensión a la cual no pertenecen.
Ok. Vamos a imaginar que sacamos cualquier energía, cualquier impureza de esta esfera. Y también vamos imaginando que en cada inhalación vamos inhalando todas las cosas positivas, vamos exhalando cualquier tipo de energía negativa que haya quedado en nosotros.
Les pedimos que partan en paz. Les pedimos que partan en paz al plano de donde son, de donde pertenecen.
Till the last moment, that main man, the one who felt like the main character in an action movie. If your thick head still can't tell who I'm talking about, it's the guy with the glasses sitting in the middle. Should I tell you his home address too? That guy kept smiling. So this overweight man starts the video by saying, "You have never seen anything like this before." I thought he was about to show us one of these things. His ass, his breast, or his toilet seat. You know, things we can only find on Only Guys. If you haven't heard of it, it's okay, but I haven't either. So, what did it turn out to be? I really can't tell what he was pointing at. All I know is that he went downstairs to show us the basement. I guess he heard some sound coming from down there, then he hears some noise coming from the kitchen, and he screams like a cartoon character.
You have never seen anything like this before on TikTok and probably anywhere else. You've never seen anything like this. I just moved into this house. I've been here for a few days. All the experience, I just heard like little kids, or I just ran back to get my phone and put the light on. But I heard like little kids. Hello? Hello? Rocky, you scared me. Stay. Hello? Yo, I heard little kids and laughter. What the f*** is that? Yo, what the f*** is that? Yo, it's like a toy. I've never ever seen. Hello!
He got me so excited at first I almost took my pants off because they were dirty and needed to be changed, but I only ended up laughing at his scream. Who still screams like this nowadays? I want you to clean your mind of all the shit you have been storing for years. I just want you to think very innocently, because I know what you will think. It's a bunch of people trying to finger a wall really good. At least that was my first impression watching the clip, but it's a completely different story here. According to sources, the footage is about a lost episode of SpongeBob. Wait, that's the wrong source. It says, this lady is possessed by a good djinn, and he led her to this place so she can break the black magic that was done to ruin her. At least that's what the source says. That's what he said. In case you wondered, what are these guys doing with her? What kind of a stupid question is that? Of course they are here to help her. And for the geniuses, it's not normal to find a sheet of cloth inside concrete bricks. If you have been following me lately and watched my recent videos, and maybe along the way you subscribed, maybe you call later and invite me to a fancy dinner. Maybe if you give me some time so I can prepare myself. Anyway, if you had, then you might get a feeling of déjà a feeling of deja vu. Because when I watched this video, I was like, I'm sure I have shared this one before. But I was wrong. It's in fact the same guy and the same house, and he still starts his videos from the same spot and with the same position. Maybe it's his favorite position. And the length of the video is still pretty much the same, and the chandelier in his kitchen still swings. Heck, he even moved the same exact way he did the last time. Then, what's so different about this one? Nothing really.
Estaba viendo la tele y se empezaron a escuchar ruidos. Machine. No hay nadie en la casa. Estoy solo y esto acá está.
The only thing that made me question if it was the same guy or not was his rooms. See, the last time, these rooms were kinda different, or actually, I think nothing really changed. That's weird. Have you ever in your life seen a kitchen before? I bet you didn't, but today is your lucky day, because you will get to see one heck of a kitchen, one that even I wish to have. The dude has a refrigerator and a freezer, and he has fruit on the table. I don't remember the last time I had fruit on my kitchen table, because there is no space in my kitchen to have one. No wonder why his kitchen is haunted. Here the ghost is trying to cook for the guy. They are trying to be nice to him, give him the love his ex never gave. They couldn't find anything in the cabinets, and so they tried to make him some boiled eggs. Using the pot, they must have had slippery hands. I got one thing to say, with all this space available to him, he is really doing a terrible job. I will start with decoration, but since it's haunted, I will leave that up to the new owners. Here comes a big pile of shit. A pile of paranormal clips, all taken inside one house, in every room and corner, maybe except the bathroom. Here is your guide so you don't get lost watching the video. Hold each other's hand, and don't get sexual, we don't want to make a mess. We start at the dining room, where there is a chandelier swinging. One more chandelier swinging in this video and I'm gonna lose it. I might dislike my own video. There are 2 chairs racing to see who can trip one of the family members faster. Actually, the dining room comes second. We spawn at the kids' room, where there is a big ball bouncing. Then we go to the kitchen. It's a 6x5 sized kitchen. The cabinets were doing its shit, and a ghost was using the oven. From the kitchen to the kids' room again, where we finally see a human moving. One of the kids got to witness the scariest moment of his life, the drawers going crazy. His reaction was so calm I felt like I was the kid here. Back to the kitchen, same shit, but this time, a fork goes on and jumps off the drawer. What a fork. And of course, we don't forget about the bedroom. Unfortunately, no one was to be found in there, so don't get high, but the lamps wanted to kiss. The distance was so far off. The painting got hard after seeing this activity, so it started rocking. And that's all my cringe.
Justin, are you in here? Why are these on the floor? It's just weird.
If that's his way of putting the house out for sale, then he is doing it all wrong. I understand he is trying to make people feel for his situation and help him. But who is that crazy dude who will come and say, I'm gonna acquire this haunted house because I'm a good idiot? This next guy almost made me tear up. Almost. I'm not gonna cry for one more person. Or will I? So what did he do to shake me up, to shake my emotions this way? What did old man Frankie do to get me emotional? Well, he didn't do anything specifically, like he was trying to get my attention, but I understood he needed help. Frankie, and while he was doing his night shift, he works at a magazine store. I think he was doing his job excellently. He was so perfect at his job I was embarrassed. But then my food arrived, and I tipped the delivery guy. And Frankie noticed one of the magazines flipping down. He might not have been as perfect as he thought, but then that kept happening over and over. Now he might actually be really terrible. If I was Frankie, I would be out of job the day after. I'm not getting fired, but I will quit immediately. Maybe I can deal with objects falling, but I know where it goes after that. It starts with this, then I start hearing voices, then shadow figures decide to hang around, and I end up getting possessed. If Frankie couldn't make me tear up, Astrom made me cry, and shit at the same time. But why? Did I also feel for Astrom? Not really, but I actually feel like I found my lost child. But how did I lose my child in the first place? Let's just say I gave him to a random person on the street to hold him for me, pretending like I have to go get something from the store, but I actually wanted to talk to that girl I saw while my wife was at home. But when I came back to take my child, the person was nowhere to be found. That was a long-ass example. I have shared Astrom's videos a long time ago, back when my channel was healthy. And now that I found him again and found part 2 of his house haunting, things are not going as well as they used to. The last time he was dealing with activity alone. Here he brought his friend, who I have no idea what he was supposed to be doing, but let's just assume that he is a motivational figure, so Astrom doesn't feel scared. They installed their phones in the bathrooms because no budget to be found, and they taped some activity, like the toilet seat sitting piece thingy rocking. In the kitchen, the equipment container fell down, must have been going through some emotional times, and the closet doors goes all in.
Были какие-то стуки, не сказать, короче, не проявляется здесь так вот, как в первый раз. Почти ничего, я не знаю, с чем это связано. Илюха, туда смотри. Ты тебе отвечаешь, и шевелилась.
Кто?
Вот эта вот фигня вот.
Какая фигня?
Вот это вот, где ножи, вот эта вся фигня.
Не гони.
Я тебе отвечаю.
Да ты мне просто...
В общем, только что хотел сказать, что ничего не происходило. Тут вот. И вот это вот, вот этот промежуток. Да, вроде все нормально, запись идет. Ребята, опять какой-то стук был. Сейчас идем смотреть. Камера у нас там на всякий случай стоит, пишет.
Че упало?
Да ничего здесь не могло упасть. Все как есть, так и есть. Ребят,
Что это, блядь, было?
только что, прям только что. Не такая жесть, как происходила, но все равно какая-то жесть происходит. Ты это видишь?
Чего, блядь?
Снимай, не прекращай снимать. Охуеть. Охуеть.
Жопа.
Ты это снял?
Снял.
Ты уверен?
Абсолютно.
Am I the only one who thinks that Astrom's friend was dressing like Steve Jobs? With that turtleneck. He was just as useless as Tim Cook, though. Let's come back to night shifts, because that's when the cool activities happen. 2 Guys, 1 Store. That's not the name of the sequel to that video that we should not talk about, even though I didn't watch it, but I was freaked out for what I was told. Anyway, Sami and Sam, and while they were cracking jokes before they closed, I bet these jokes were too bad for their own good, cause what happened after was not a good sign. Some drunk ghost went in and opened the refrigerator to grab something to drink, and what's cooler than hanging out at night with your car, getting to a gas station to grab some snacks and a cool halal drink, then getting robbed and shot like a donkey. So after this incident, not the one of my example, Sami and Sam took each other and stood outside. The ghost went on for another drink, while the others started messing with the lights. Sam grabbed his phone and called his mom, or maybe his boss. Maybe his mom is the boss of the store. Regardless, enjoy.
¿Viste las 7, güey? No mames. Mira, la 9.
No mames.
Mira, güey, el anaquel por dentro. No mames. Esta que se nos atrae, ya se fundieron estas pinches luces de aquí, no están prendidas. Espérate. Wow. Y no hay nadie. Neta que no hay nadie. No, ¿sabes qué, carnal? Yo, con tu permiso, ahí nos vemos. Tú chambeas aquí. ¿Sabes qué me da tu caso? La neta. Ahí nos vemos. Increíble eso, güey. Oxo. El empleado. Mira, güey, la 9 otra vez. La verga. La 10. La 11, güey.
¡Ah, no mames!
12.
¡Viste a la verga! ¡Viste a la verga!
No mames, los muertos, güey.
No, ve, se están moviendo esas mamadas, güey.
Pásate de lanza, güey, neta, que qué valor el tuyo,
No, güey, la neta, yo me quedo acá afuera, güey. Hay que llegue el otro cabrón, no me entiendan a cobrar.
Shit. Mames, esta puerta, güey, fue la chida, el pinche azotón. Mira, güey, lo voy a subir al internet.
Ve, la nueva todo. Bueno. ¿Ya vienes para acá? Oye, güey, no mames, se están abriendo las puertas bien cabrón, güey. Y se están apagando las luces, güey. ¿Qué pedo? Aquí, güey, ya ves que el Juan me había dicho que se iba a poner así el pedo, güey. Pero no mames. No. Güey, pero no mames, está bien cabrón, güey. Ah, no mames, me colmó.
Mira, güey, las luces.
Güey, pásame el video para que me cree este cabrón.
Simón, ahorita te lo envío, güey, aguanta. Ahorita van a empezar a soltarse las puertas, güey, vas a ver si no. Sentí bien ojete, güey, cuando se abrieron en mi cara, güey, las dos.
No, a mí yo sentí bien culero cuando se me abrió esta de aquí.
Mira, güey, las luces otra
Bueno,
vez.
güey, no mames, está cabrón, No sé, güey, se colgó solo. Oye, ve, güey, ahorita me van a pasar el video para que veas qué pedo. Es que se puso bien cabrón, güey. De hecho, hasta agua bendita me trajeron, güey. Fuera de mamada. Pobres, güey.
I forgot to warn you about the quality, but the damage has been already done. I'm sorry, I can't do anything anymore. I bet if it wasn't for the poor resolution, we could have been able to see much more activity. Yes, folks, this is as clear as ice. It's very simple. It's just like plain chocolate. Not the milky one, the dark one, exactly the way I like it. And if you can't tell yet, I'm trying to buy myself some time since the video is very short. Just a very humble security camera from a hospital room where a wheelchair can be seen moving. In case you missed the spot where the chair started moving, because I know it wasn't so clear, here is your shot to shine. Take a look and feel the joy. But this hospital looks like it came straight up from Outlast. How can I make this sound more enjoyable? Well, I have no idea. But this guy kinda remind me of someone I mentioned a long time ago. Something about his house looks very similar. The only difference is that I remember that guy being French, so if my brain isn't deceiving me, this is not him. So let's get into the shit now. It's actually shit. Not that much was going on, other than the heavy breathing that was so heavy I could almost hear his smell. Yeah, not just smell it, but also hear it. There is like a hygiene bottle that took a dive for him to tape, and some papers thrown to the ground. And don't worry, you don't have to get a heart attack. The kitchen wasn't a mess after this incident. And I have nothing much to say or add here. There isn't any information provided by the guy who posted his video regarding his name or his social accounts.
And all of a sudden, there just was banging. There was banging in the kitchen, and I have no idea what it is or what it's doing. I did get rid of that freaking dog or whatever it was because it was just freaking me out. I set it over there. Oh shit. Oh. No, you ain't doing that to me. Oh my Lord. Lord help me. Lordy. What was that? What in the hell? This is freaking me out. Yes, don't call me a chicken for hiding behind a freaking wall. I don't know why all of a sudden it's starting to hit now. Oh, shit. I'm hearing movement. Come on, do something. Oh, God. What in the hell? Okay, I'm done, guys. I'm done.
I have a question here. Where is his family? You can't tell me this guy plays with these toys. Did his wife refuse to continue her life with him because he didn't want to move out? You know, I really don't like kids that much. I have talked about them seeing shit we can't see, but I don't like them much because they get to suck on boobs and I don't. And also, they cause so much trouble. So if my kid one day decided to talk to an invisible entity and laugh with it in the bathroom, my favorite place to feel satisfaction, he will be happy with a new family the next day.
Who are you saying goodnight to?
Him. Good night.
Who?
Him. Good night.
Jagger, there's no one up there.
Who's up there?
Show me.
Who's up there? Who's up there?
Jagger, there's no one up there. He's been talking to that vent and then he was blowing it kisses. And I'm creeped out now. Like, seriously, I'm not joking. I'm so creeped out right now.
Now imagine someone, like a visitor, his stomach decides it's time to embrace some darkness. So he enters this bathroom, and while he is destroying the seat, some voice comes out of nowhere telling him to knock it off. My bladder won't be the same after that. You know what I should call this guy? I should call him Jason Cruz. He specializes with tables because every place he explores, if there is some kind of table there, it has to flip on his ass. So here he investigates an abandoned building. There is a lot of those in Saudi Arabia. So he goes on, from floor to another. And here comes a water flask rolling. There was like a bunch of them standing in the corner, and when Jassim arrived, one of them took a roll on him. When he gets closer to see what's up, a piece of cardboard tries to get in touch. You know, get physical. It seems like Jassim becomes a magnet when he enters abandoned places. Everything tends to get closer to him. Talking about doors were closing on him, and out of all the Middle Eastern investigations I have seen, this has to be the slowest when talking about charging at doors. When he reached the door, I would have already aged by 2 years or so. And we already talked about him doing a WWE table break.
في حد؟ بسم الله بسم الله لا إله إلا الله أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق لا إله إلا الله لا إله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق لا إله بسم الله حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله لا 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 بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا يؤد حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر يا جماعة الخير والله العظيم إني أسمع أصوات أنتم ما تسمعون يا جماعة بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله والله العظيم يا جماعة إني أسمع أصوات أنتم ما تسمعون يا جماعة لا إله إلا الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا إله إلا الله لا 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 معلش يا جماعة الخير أي واحد يقول لي خوف ما خوف لا والله أنا ما أنا فاضي يا روح بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وتجيني مضرة حق بس أمتعك
For the sake of his safety, he won't entertain us. Sounds fair. But isn't that the whole idea of doing these investigations? I think he took enough blows previously that he refuses to keep diving. Here comes a bunch of videos of other guy's house. Dixon, I don't even know if that's a real name, but that's what I have found about him. He had in his bio this written: family, animals, trucks, spicy horror, and paranormal. That's what I remember at least. So he considers his paranormal activity just as important as his family. What if Vin Diesel hear that? Nothing more important than family. Why? 'Cause family. Anyway, in the first clip, the fake plant vase fell down and the camera starts looking left and right. And if I'm not mistaken, this kind of cameras only move when it detects movement. In the second clip, while a fat-ass kitty was lingering around the kitchen, a cabinet seems to have caught his attention. And in the third, some fella wanted a glass of water. You know, sometimes you wake up thirsty, so you watch some adult videos, which is wrong. That's why he went for water. I'm not sure whether that was actually a shadow figure, or just the camera being like any normal camera at nighttime, showing weird things. Sometimes you might even think that your wife is cheating on you just because your camera wanted to trick you. But believe me, buddy, this camera might be telling the truth. You might have to double check. You may also double check if you're subscribed to me. I'm more important than your wife.